Welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club. Today we're going to discuss poems.
Poems?
Who's your favorite author of poems?
Edgar Allan Poe.
He does some good ones.
Edgar Allan Poems.
No! I'm Witchley, and my co-host today is...
Crazed. I'm crazed.
Crazed.
We are almost done with this game. We are 2 parts away. And then I think there's also an epilogue. So we'll have to do that too. But we're going to start with part 1 of self-love.
Self-love!
Let's just get in.
This is a slippery bed.
It's only been 1 day since Yuri's letter was delivered to Natsuki with Monika's help. Because Yuri chose not to attend the club meeting that day, she and Natsuki haven't faced each other since.
Oh.
Although it's only lunchtime, Yuri finds herself anxiously counting the hours until she will need to face the outcome of her efforts, whether good or bad. And because the passing by of the students was making her feel even more anxious, Yuri picked out the most secluded spot she could find to spend her lunch. Because this staircase is under maintenance, no student would have any reason for coming here. Isn't this where she was last time?
Yeah!
Where Monika found her? It's such a relaxing feeling to have a moment of solitude in the middle of a frantic school day. Eve! What are you doing here? I just... Yuri grips her book with enough force to wrinkle the pages beneath the pressure of her thumbs. Well, what are you doing here? I just came to get a drink from the vending machine. The other one is out of the drink I like. Yuri notices Natsuki fidgeting with her few coins between her fingers. She nods, avoiding eye contact. Natsuki, also looking away, shuffles over to the vending machine. It's so quiet that every one of her movements seems to reverberate through the entire stairwell. After far too long, she finally receives her beverage, which she then fidgets with in place of the coins. It's some kind of iced tea. But instead of leaving right away, Natsuki just stands in place. She glances all around her. It's like way too quiet back here. It's creepy. I mean, that's not what I meant. Really, I mean, it's totally cool that it's your thing or whatever. Like, I can see how it suits you. So, not because I like you or anything, or I think you're creepy or something. I didn't mean that either. You know, I'm just gonna stop talking. That seems like a good idea. It's okay. Everything is okay. Yuri finds herself attempting some words of comfort after hearing Natsuki stammer herself into dejection. Seemingly in response, Natsuki approaches the base of the staircase and hesitantly sits herself down near Yuri. Well, I could leave if you want. Yuri shakes her head. Natsuki twists the cap off her drink and takes a sip. Despite receiving Yuri's general permission, Natsuki doesn't say anything more. Yuri continues to read, or at least pretends to. Oh. So they're in their own secure place. And the two of them just sit there for a long time. And the tension seems to fade a little bit as time passes. Even without any words, this seems to mean at least something, though it's not clear what this may be. Lunch ends more quickly than expected. Natsuki is the first to stand up with her empty drink bottle. Are you coming today? To the club? Yuri nods. I'm sorry for being so awkward. I'm really bad at talking about this stuff. I just can't. For some reason. I don't know why. But I want to. Eventually. There's no rush. I promise. Thanks. It's the next day. What? Natsuki appears from around the corner and steps up to the vending machine, glancing at Yuri as she does. Today, she seems to be holding some kind of book as well.
They're gonna read together!
Oh, you're here again? Well, I just came here to read this because there aren't any people around here. Oh, I thought you didn't like how quiet it was. Well, I don't, but there's no people here. I see. I'm people. Natsuki sits down. The mood feels much different today than it did yesterday.
Indeed.
After yesterday's lunch and the club meeting that followed, Natsuki and Yuri are beginning to feel more relaxed around each other again. Although Yuri's letter is still lingering in the back of Natsuki's mind, she continues to detour around it. But it's okay that I'm here.
Yeah, I don't care. I mostly just don't feel like dealing with the crap I get from my friends about it. Especially since, like, they're all just assumed I stopped reading manga after I joined the literature club. Not that I'm trying to hide it from them exactly. But I just don't want it to come up again now, after I've waited so long for this new volume to come out. Literally months at this point.
I've waited years for a chapter to come out. Berserk. Well, we don't get those anymore, so it's okay. May the author rest in peace, obviously, but it just, there was times where I was literally waiting years. Years!
I'm sorry, baby, that must have been hard.
Well, when it leaves it on a cliffhanger and then you don't get it for like years, it just makes me I just reread the whole thing again, but you know.
So it feels like Stranger Things.
Right?
Yeah.
Even though all the kids are all grown up now and...
Yep. Their children are gonna be playing them.
Yeah, right?
You don't
have other friends who are into manga?
Not unless online friends count. And Sayori, but that's different because she's not exactly into it. She just likes it. You know what I mean.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they're gonna start bitching about Sayori behind her back.
Oh,
They're gonna find some connection.
Not Sayori!
Honestly, you're lucky that the books you're into at least just look like books, so you don't have to feel like everyone is constantly judging you by what you're reading.
That would be so awful. Especially since I already have attention so much. I already hate attention so much. I hate it. I hate it so much.
Well, it's a good thing I have thick skin, I guess. By the way, I would totally recommend finding some friends online if you haven't already. If you like me, and have no one to share your hobbies with.
Oh, I have online friends. I have an online boyfriend too. He counts, right? Since middle school, actually. I was especially desperate back then. It's somewhat embarrassing to reminisce about those days. Sometimes I feel like the me from a few years ago would have benefited from a good smack across the face. Natsuki can help you with that.
Indeed.
Oh, whatever. We were all just stupid kids back then anyway. Some of the fanfics I wrote, thank God I used a pseudonym.
Oh my goodness.
But I liked it at the time. I got a lot of fulfillment out of it. And plus, I could look back and say with confidence that I've become a better person since. So I don't think I would change anything.
I wonder if a few years ago from now, we'll think the same thing about our current selves.
Probably.
That doesn't make you uncomfortable?
No, of course not. I don't care what other people think of me, especially someone who doesn't even exist yet. Alright, here.
Natsuki raises her hand to her face and forcibly slaps her own cheek.
That's me from the future coming to terms with me right now. Also, ow! I didn't mean to do it that hard.
I've done that before.
Yuri doesn't seem to react. But then, to Natsuki's surprise, Yuri shyly looks the other way before lifting her arm and doing the same thing to herself, loudly smacking her cheek. She turns red and stares into her lap, but is unable to hide a smile, and though it was a really funny joke. I was going to say, is she a masochist? She liked the pain.
We do know that she cuts herself.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that shit. Oh my god. We've been dealing with all their problems that we've not dealt with her problem. Which is that she cuts herself. Just to feel something. Oh my god. I wonder if like, because at the beginning, if you read when you're in the side stories menu, it says these are off. Like, these are not canonical or anything like that. It's a weird word. I don't know what it says up there. I'll put it in right here. But it says, like, specifically like that this does not pertain to the main story. So I'm wondering if this is like some kind of side universe thing where, like, they're actually getting better.
Oh, yeah.
And
like,
that...
in the non-date simulator sort of game, but, like, in previous runs...
Yeah, I think so.
Like maybe before they started testing on Monica?
Maybe. I don't know. There's this whole meta thing with if you read all the emails, guys, and we're not getting into that. We're just gonna enjoy the side stories for what it is. So I mean, you could dive in deeper, and there's YouTube videos about it. But yeah, just
like the game theorist.
Yeah, if you guys want to know know more about Doki Doki, look up the Game Theorist. They dive in pretty deep on like maybe what their next game is going to be, and maybe like what's going on in the foreground or in the background of the game through emails and whatnot, and just going through the filing of the game. So it's a whole thing. So,
oh, that's what I'm talking about. I didn't know you had it in you.
I don't even know why I did that. Maybe I just thought it would be funny. Sorry, I keep distracting you. You said you were looking forward to reading, but I keep going on about all this nonsense. I'll let you get to your reading.
Oh, right.
I think she's enjoying the talking.
Right?
Yeah, I guess I'll do that then.
I think she made it up. The conversation ends quickly, and Natsuki opens her book. They're getting along. The two read silently for the remainder of the lunch hour. But the whole time, Yuri feels distracted by a twist of regret over having so abruptly forced the end of their conversation.
All the things that could have been.
Should have been, would have been, shoulda, woulda, coulda.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
That's the name of this episode.
All right.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
There you go. You're back.
Clap included.
All right, I'll just do like stars claps. I don't know if I can get them to clap, but it'd be funny.
Yeah, I'm here to lay low again.
Another day has passed. During lunchtime, Natsuki finds herself having wandered to the stairwell once more. I can't speak. It's late. Hey, did you buy that? Natsuki quickly notices a bottle of iced tea on the staircase where she normally sits.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yuri nods, avoiding eye contact. That's the new spot. Natsuki's being like, you're my spot. Tea. Iced tea. That's my spot.
What? Like for me? But you didn't know I was coming here today. What if I didn't show up?
Well, I would have drank it myself, I guess. Even though I don't like green tea. No, she likes tea, right? She loves tea.
Oh yeah, she loves tea. She has a teapot in the classroom. Remember?
Yeah.
It was a
stupid thing for me to do.
No, it wasn't stupid. I just thought, never mind. What I meant to say is thank you. And that it's really nice gesture.
They really cannot just say the nice things they want to say to each other.
Alright.
It's okay if you don't feel that way.
I do. So get over it. It was the other things that I didn't mean. I swear, please believe me.
Yuri pauses, then nods. Talking is hard. I get it wrong a lot too. So I believe you. Natsuki exhales. Exhales.
Talking is hard.
It is. Yuri, she gets it. She fucking gets it.
Yes.
The cutting, I don't get. She fucking gets this. Natsuki exhales in relief. She then sits down next to Yuri and takes the drink. Knowing Yuri, she was probably overthinking it so much that Natsuki's tepid response filled her with self-doubt.
I'll do something nice for you next time.
Please, don't feel obligated, but, I would like, hot tea next time. Like, she just starts being demanding.
I want to do nice things too. I can do nice things so hard, so much better than you.
Anything you can do, I can do better.
Okay. Thank you.
You can thank me after I figure out how to do something nice. Now what's the word nice mean?
I'll do it then too. Natsuki sighs.
Nothing. Just reminds me how I haven't been getting along with my friends lately.
Is that why you've been coming here?
Well, no, not exactly. I haven't been avoiding them on purpose or anything, Baka. They're just other things I'd rather be doing during lunch lately, like hanging out with you, or sipping on some tea, or reading manga.
Having a friend that doesn't judge me horribly to my face.
I like being around them when we're all just having fun, but they also just can't take anything seriously, you know? So when I'm, I don't know, feeling serious, then their attitudes just really get on my nerves. It's only gotten worse ever since I joined the literature club.
How come?
I don't know. I feel like I used to be really good with just putting up with it, because it would be so stupid to cause drama over a joke I didn't like or something. But I just have a hard time doing that lately. But it's my fault for being overly sensitive. If I have a problem, I'm not going to demand for everyone around me to change.
But...
Yeah, I know. Monica and Sayori really don't agree with that kind of thing. But they're not in my position, so it's easy for them to say that you should just communicate your feelings or whatever. It's not like my friend group does that kind of thing. I would just be making an embarrassment of myself. I'm sorry, none of this has anything to do with you. I don't know why I'm even talking about it.
It's okay. I like listening.
I do too.
What? Listening to other people's problems?
Yes. I like being a nosy know-it-all.
Well, it just shows that people can confide in her.
Right?
She's doing something right.
Ah, that's weird. You're weird.
Face.
Sorry.
I just like learning about people. Do you think it's weird?
No, that's not weird. I probably just misunderstood, so... I don't know, does that mean I should keep going?
If you'd like.
Okay. Well, I don't know what to talk about.
What are some things you'd like to talk about your friends?
A lot of things. I mean, they're really fun to hang out with, like after school, on the weekends. And they really like my baking. And it's fun to complain about school together. They make me laugh a lot. We have a lot of good memories and inside jokes.
Oh, I don't have those. I'm bad at those things.
So?
Are those all the things that are important to you?
Well, kind of, but they're not things I need to get out of everybody. Everyone in the club is really different from that, but I'm still friends with them too.
Well, Sayori really likes your baking. And she makes you laugh. And she complains a lot.
That doesn't mean she's anything like my other friends.
Well, unlike them, she's a nice person who cares about your feelings.
Excuse me?
Uh-oh.
How about you don't talk that way about my friends that you don't know anything about?
Natsuki stands up. No, wait. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. I didn't want to say something bad. Please don't leave. Natsuki sighs and shakes her head.
It's fine. As long as you understand that you can't just judge people like that.
I'm sorry. Natsuki sits back down.
You can't just compare friends like that and measure who's better than who. Everyone's different.
I'm sorry. I just don't like people who want to hurt you. Aww. A moment of silence stretches between them.
They don't want to hurt me. We just like to tease each other about stupid things. It's fun.
I don't like that.
Well, that's why I'm friends with them and you're not.
You like it?
Just don't worry so much about me. It's not worth it.
I'm sorry. I wish I knew how to help with social conflicts. Like how Monica can. She's good at these things.
Not really. Also, I don't always want help. Sometimes it's just stuff I have to deal with myself. That's what Monica and Sayori never seem to understand. Sometimes all you do is look at them wrong and they're all like, "Aw, that's wrong. Is everything okay?" I just want to mind my own business sometimes and decide myself if I want to talk about things. The only one who understands that is you.
Aw, they understand each other.
So you really shouldn't be so hard on yourself. You're not as bad as you think.
Oh, you don't need to reassure me or anything.
I mean that. Plus, it makes sense that someone who doesn't talk a lot would make a good listener.
You're right, honey. She can confide. Thank you. You're all so nice.
It's really hard for me. It doesn't come naturally at all. It's so weird because I always thought of myself as someone who could just say whatever's on my mind. But I feel like that only works when I'm annoyed, or upset, or I want to say something mean. Why am I like that? You don't have to answer that, I'm just talking to myself.
Yuri nods and remains silent. I like her, like the little small mouth, like what's going on?
Yeah.
I always like that stance that she does with her arms behind her back, like I'm listening. There's not a knife behind my back.
I'm not cutting myself.
Oh my goodness. I was taking it the other way where I'm like, I'm not about to murder you.
I don't think she would actually hurt somebody. She had the chance to hurt Grumble when he rejected her.
Did we reject her or did we love her? I forget.
I thought we rejected her, and then she was like,
I don't remember. It was so dark.
She died of embarrassment and her own self-inflicted knife wounds.
Natsuki notices her fidgeting with the pages of her book.
How come you like reading so much?
Oh, well, a lot of reasons. But I just get sucked into it so easily. It's so immersive, like I want to be a part of it. I think there are a lot of things about people in real life that make me feel uncomfortable and frustrated. Especially when it comes to following social conventions like in group interactions. I just don't really understand and have no desire to participate. But it's different with books. It feels like I always want to be around the characters. I feel such a strong emotional connection with them in ways that I've never felt with real people. So, in that way, you can sometimes feel more real than real life.
Really? It's that hard for you to be around people, like, all the time?
Fairly often. Especially in group settings. When people are all, wait, oh my goodness. When people are making all kinds of conversation and saying jokes and all of that, I just don't know what to do, and I just disengage.
Oh, that doesn't get lonely?
I don't think so. I can still enjoy oh my god, I can't fucking speak.
You're like me most of the time.
Well, I've been speaking the whole time.
Well, I was just saying you're like me most of the time. You've heard me throughout the series.
I remember there was one episode where it was all Monica and Sayori. And you were Monica Sayori.
Yep.
So.
I'm glad it's all you this time.
Oh, thanks. Gee.
I've been there. I've done that. I could say that.
I can still enjoy spending time with people one-on-one. And I have online friends too, of course.
Do you ever wish that you could just be friends with the characters in your books?
All the time. Sometimes so badly that it makes my heart ache.
Yeah, me too.
Really?
A lot. Like, more than anything.
After Natsuki mutters that, silence fills the stairwell once more. You just have Sayori and Monica hearing from the top of the staircase being like...
Being little creepers.
They're
eavesdropping on them.
They're doing it! But it's a mutual silence. One full of understanding and self-love. Roll credits! Oh my god, I did it! I just guessed! That was Self-Love Part 1. That was... We're one away!
We're one away!
We're almost done! Can you believe it?
Okay.
You're like, I'm finally ready to put this to bed.
That was Self-Love Part 1, you said?
Yeah, and then we're going to go on to Part 2 in the next video. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, if you guys enjoyed this episode, please like and ring that bell if you're new so you can be notified about...
Ring-a-ding-ding.
Until then, I'm Christ.
And I'm Witchley. Grumble on.
Go to Woulda, Shoulda.
Talking's hard.